Welcome back to Ali Bros Intusoft. Today we deal with the first chapter of economics second part and it is regarding the need and importance of statistics. Okay, why statistics? That is the question. Why do we study statistics? That means what is the importance of statistics or what is the scope of statistics? The need for study of statistics starts from the need for decision in a business organization or in an individual's activities or in the actual activity of a nation. Usually, when we concern with the business organization, every business organization has to take a policies first. There should be a policy making strategy. In order to arrive at a better policy, it is required to have sufficient information, and these information should be analyzed properly to design and decide a policy. Usually, the activities of business organization start with a planning. Every business organization start its activities with a planning, but this plan should be based on some policies. These policies may be related to different types of activities. Policy regarding finance, purchase policy, sales policy, sales promotion policy, and it also includes advertising policy, etc. Several policies are there. These policies will be designed first. In order to decide and design such policies, various relevant information becomes necessary. Collection and analysis of this information commonly called or commonly make use of the technique of statistics. So, statistics can be considered as an important tool in designing the policy. How it is done? How the policy decisions are taken? At first, based on the nature and the size of the business organization or nature of activities, the business organization should decide an objective to be achieved. In order to achieve the objective, they collect various relevant information from different fields. For example, if the business organization wants to achieve a sales target of 10 crores, then it is required to analyze various data related to various organizations operating in the field of activity and collect information regarding them. So, how many organizations are there? These details are to be collected. And how much sales are that every organization successfully achieved. The information related to that should be collected. The number of consumers that were served by each and every organization. That means what the market consists of. How many consumers are there in the total or overall market, that should be considered. All these information should be collected, and various phenomena or changes in the market condition should be studied on the basis of this collected information. So, statistics becomes necessary for the collection of information. The first and the foremost thing is the collection of data. What is a data? Any information relevant or irrelevant related to a particular thing. Sometimes an information that may have no relation at present may have some impact or relationship in the future. So, it is required to collect these information, relevant or irrelevant information, and these information should be properly collected and stored. And in case of need arises, these collected information will be analyzed. out of these collected information, what are the informations relevant now? What informations are relevant now? Such informations are collected and analyzed. So, collection of information is succeeded by analysis of information. This analysis, by analysis here means how much impact the information makes on the business organization's decision, and its importance should be find out to decide which kind of decision should be taken for a successful policy making or successful planning. Collection of information and analysis of information leads to classification and tabulation of information. All the information collected should be classified properly in accordance with some priorities or some requirements. Based on certain criteria or based on certain requirements, the information collected should be classified in separate groups. For example, we collected information from consumers, and there may be some consumers' decision that may be influenced by the taste, their own taste and preference. So, the information related to taste and preference, it should be classified in a separate manner. And some informations are on the basis of response or reaction regarding advertisement. So, information regarding advertisement should be classified separately. And some consumers prefer a product on the basis of their perfect quality, and such information should be arranged or classified separately. In this way, each and every information should be arranged or classified classified separately on the basis of some criteria, maybe on the basis of quality or taste and preference or fashion, whatever it may be. So, they should be classified accordingly. This classification will make the analyst to interpret the data more clearly. So, it is necessary to classify this data. When we do classification, we may use different kinds of tables. We prepare tables. Even in this example, we collected information regarding consumers, some consumers, and we collected information related to the taste and preference, response towards advertisement, and response regarding the quality of the product. So, we can make a 3-column table. A columnar table can be drawn for this purpose. Taste and preference, first column; quality, second column; response towards advertisement, third column. In this way, we prepare tables, and related informations are plotted in the related columns. Such a kind of tabulation will make the analysis more easy. When we look into the table, it will be easily possible to compare the differences, and we can arrive at a decision easily. So, comparative study and easy analysis requires tabulation of the collected data. But the main thing that is to be noted is that the informations are collected always on quantitative basis. That means on numerical basis. All information are collected on numerical terms, means in facts and figures. So, how many customers react on the basis of their taste and fashion, that will be, the number will be noted in the first column. And how many people react on the basis of the advertisement, that will be noted in the second column. Similarly, the preference of the quality, a number of customers preferred the product on the basis of quality, that will be recorded in the third column. So, we can compare these 3 columns, and on the basis of the number of customers, we can decide which is the most influencing thing, and we can arrange our activities accordance with this comparison. In this way, tabulation of data is also important. So, collection, analysis, classification, tabulation. These are some of the tools in the sector of statistics to analyze information. After this, we interpret data. Interpretation means we come into a notion that the information, which information provides what type of or contribute to what type of decision. So this will be done after a clear study regarding these collected data. Really, statistics is a part of mathematics. So different types of mathematical techniques will be used for such a kind of interpretation. Various techniques: addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, finding of percentages and ratios, and using variables, etc. Variables we mean every data will change at least year after year. That means there may be continuous change day by day, but we usually consider data on periodical basis. For example, the number of consumers who may demand a particular product on the basis of quality will vary from year to year. For example, in the first year, 100 consumers preferred a particular product. In the next year, 200 consumers prefer that product. That means it varies. So always these things vary. Suppose we present the statistical data in a tabular format. For example, a year in one column, and the number of customers who preferred the product on the basis of quality, and another column. So first column year, next column number of consumers prefer on the basis of quality of the product. Two columns that we construct. We are going to construct a 2-column table. And in the first column we plot years. Example 2001, 2002, 2003 onwards for 10 years or more. And similarly, the number of customers that preferred the product on the basis of quality. 2001, for example, 1000, 2002, 1200. In this way, we plot this information. From this example, it is sure that there is some change. The data or the number of customers who preferred the product on the basis of quality during 2001 is entirely different from that of 2003. And during 2005, the number of customers may increase or decrease. So it varies. That is why we call these things as variables. For example, year as one variable. We always indicate variables by X or Y. Suppose we indicate the year as by X, the number of customers as Y. We prepare a column X and Y. X denotes year, Y denotes number of customers. In this way, we prepare some table. And looking into the table, it will be possible to draw an conclusion that how many customers are there during 2003 and 2005, whether it is increased or decreased, whether there exists any change after year. Is it showing an increasing tendency from comparing 2001 to 2010, whether the number of consumers increasing or decreasing or fluctuating. These kind of things can be expressed with the help of a table. So this is the essence of preparation of tables. And on the basis of these tables, it will be possible to interpret things. For example, when compared to 2001, 2002 shows more increment in customers. And when compared to 2002, 2005 shows again improvement in customers. Then definitely on the basis of this, we can arrive at a conclusion that during the further years, definitely there will be an increment in the number of customers. So we draw a conclusion on the basis of that. On the basis of this conclusion, we prepare our production policy. If the business organization expects an increment in customers in the future years, based on the past data through the statistical analysis, by collecting the past data, analyzing the data, tabulating the data, and interpreting the data, the statistician or the manager came into a conclusion that year after year the number of consumers increasing. On the basis of this, the business organization will decide a production policy. That means whether to produce more during the future years, and the production policy will be designed accordingly. Definitely, the production policy will decide other policies. On the purchases are made, purchase of raw materials are made on the basis of the number of units that we have to produce. So, if the production policy is decided or convinced, for example, for 1 lakh units, then the business organization will decide the purchasing policy, means purchase of raw material for the production of this 1 lakh units. So, the entire policy of the business organization, the various policies of the business organization depends on these statistical analysis. Based on the statistical data, they decide the policies. That is what I said already, that statistical tools help the organizations, not even organizations, but even nations do this on the basis of the statistical analysis. We know that our country has a separate statistical department to collect data of various fields and help the government to make formulated policies. So, coming to our example, based on some data here and customer response, we arrived at a production policy, and based on the production policy, we decided the purchase policy. But in order to purchase the goods from the market or raw materials from the market, and also it is required to decide at the time of production, it is required to have other expenditures such as wages, electricity charges, some other things also. So, we can decide how much expenditure will we have to spend regarding this wages or electricity or other expenditure based on our production policy. After deciding this, then how much raw material is to be purchased and how much wages is to be paid or other electricity and other expenses are to be met. All these things can be decided on the basis of this production policy, and on the basis of this we prepare a finance policy, because usually the finance or funds will be arranged in accordance with the needs of the organization. Here we decided a production policy, and on the basis of this production policy we have to decide the financial policy. Financial policy means how much a finance or fund should be raised to conduct our activity uninterruptedly. So, uninterrupted production, uninterrupted continuation of the business organization requires a free flow of funds. This flow of funds can be arranged in accordance with the finance policy. The finance policy ultimately depends on what the production policy. So, in this way, policy making at the individual levels, at organization levels, and national level, even we can consider on international level. International organizations also doing the same thing. So, based on the past data, analyzing and interpreting the past data, it will be possible to predict the future, predict future activities. This prediction help to arrive at making policies. The policies leads to decisions. Policy making continuously requires a thorough analysis, continuous analysis, and on the basis of decisions are taken by the organization. How many consumers are to be supplied, how much profit that we can expect, and how much sales that we can promote. What are the correlated activities that we have to arrange in according to these decisions. So, every kind of decision making, every kind of decisions also depends on this policy making. So, there is a sequence or an importance in the process of study of statistics. The question is, why statistics? Statistics is very much important for an individual, an organization, even that organization may be large scale or small scale or medium scale, and also to the nation for making different types of policies. The organization, the business organization has its own financial policy or production policy. Similarly, the nation also have different types of policy, agricultural policy, industry policy, transport policy, finance policy, banking policy, etc. Different types of policies are there. In order to design proper policy, it is required to have the collection and analysis of statistical data, and based on these policies, these organizations or individuals or nations will arrive at decisions or take decision. Best decision depends upon the best analysis of statistical information. Statistics provide sufficient information to evolve best decision. The best decision always result in a positive way. That means what is the overall objective of the organization, of the individual or nation can be achieved with the help of the implementation of this decision. So this is the answer to the question why we learn statistics. Actually, it exhibits the importance and the scope of statistics. Statistics has scope in individual day-to-day lives. At the same time, it also influence the organizational activities. Similarly, it is very much important in nations and international organizations. In case of any doubts regarding this topic, contact through email. Thank you.